Since Outlander premiered in 2014, audiences around the world have been captivated not only by the dramatic, romantic time travel plot but also by the intense chemistry between the two main actors, Sam Heughan and Caitriona Balfe. On screen, Jamie and Claire are destined for each other, love that transcends time, war and death. In real life, the closeness and attachment between Sam and Caitriona have made millions of people wonder, are they secretly dating in real life? That question has never had a clear answer, and that is what makes the public even more curious. For many years, both Sam and Caitriona have maintained silence or cleverly avoided being asked directly. However, a new source has recently revealed startling details behind the scenes, sparking a new wave of debate in the fan community. According to the source, an unnamed production assistant who worked on the first 3 seasons of Outlander, the relationship between Sam and Caitriona was more intimate than they've ever let on publicly, but it was never officially romantic. The source said, "Sam and Kate are very close. They understand each other to the point where they don't need to say much. They care for each other, listen to each other, and share almost everything, but they also set boundaries. Because they both know that if they cross them, things may never be the same again." The source also said that there was a period around 2016, when they were both single, when they seriously considered the possibility of taking things further. However, due to busy schedules, media pressure and especially their huge professional commitments, they decided to keep things deeply friendly. In fact, Caitriona herself said in a 2018 interview, "Sam and I have a friendship that I cherish. We can share everything with each other, and I think that's more precious than any romantic relationship." Sam has admitted many times that Caitriona is the woman he trusts completely. "Kate knows me better than anyone. She's been my rock through the toughest years, so what keeps the public speculating? Maybe it's the way they look at each other on the red carpet, the way they hug each other after every emotional scene, or the times they unexpectedly appear together off set, even if it's just to have coffee or take a walk in the park." However, Caitriona is now married to musician Tony McGill, while Sam has kept her private life private despite rumors of dating model Monica Clark. But even though they are not a romantic couple in real life, Sam and Kate are still a symbol of pure and genuine friendship in the scandalous entertainment industry. And perhaps, that is what makes them special in the hearts of fans, as a reminder that not all love has to become lovers to be able to last and be so beautiful. So are they really dating? The answer is no, but the story between them is as beautiful as if they had loved each other in some other world, in another dimension, just like the movie they created together. Since the sequel to Outlander Season 6, when the emotional and intimate scenes between Jamie Fraser and Claire continued to make the audience sob, the classic question has been raised once again. Sam Heughan and Caitriona Balfe, are they really just co-stars? In particular, after Caitriona Balfe gave birth to her first child and Sam Heughan appeared with her at a small event of the crew, where he gently placed his hand on her back as they left the auditorium, the tabloids began to report on the unnecessary intimacy between the two. A photo widely circulated on Twitter shows Sam leaning down to whisper something into Caitriona's ear, making her laugh in a very ordinary moment. No camera, no director, no script. It was a moment like living proof for those who believe that the feelings between them have gone beyond the screen. But is it really love? A journalist who has followed the Outlander cast for the first 3 seasons wrote in a review. There is a quiet energy between Sam and Caitriona, without too many actions or words. You can feel the presence of the other in the air, in the eyes. But is it love, or is it simply a kind of soul connection that few people have? In an interview with Harper's Bazaar earlier this year, Caitriona chuckled when asked for the most umpteenth time about her relationship with Sam. "I think if we were really dating, people would get bored. But the truth is we're not dating, and that keeps people speculating." However, other sources say the story is much more complicated. A source close to the production once revealed that Sam and Caitriona had a silence between seasons, a period when they didn't interact as much as before. This person believes that this was when Kate started getting serious about Tony McGill, and Sam was busy with her global PR schedule and personal projects. However, after all that, they ended up together, in the sense that they were good co-stars, close friends, and most of all, two artistic souls who found a common thread. A member of the crew who witnessed Caitriona burst into tears after a heartbreaking scene shared. Sam didn't say anything, he just went to her and hugged her for a long time. No one interrupted that moment. There were no words, but everyone understood that it was the kind of support that only people who are truly connected by heart can give. So, could it be that their love was there, but for some reason, they chose not to move forward? Some veteran fans still believe in that theory. One fan wrote on the Outlander Confidential forum, "I believe they were in love, at a time when everything was still unclear. But then reality made them go in two different directions. And instead of trading their precious friendship, they chose to keep what was purest." It is also undeniable that their intimate relationship is also a double-edged sword. Many times, Caitriona was upset by insulting comments about Tony McGill, her husband, just because the audience refused to accept the fact that she was married to someone other than Sam. Sam Heughan also spoke up to defend Caitriona when some overzealous fans accused her of not being worthy of Jamie. "If you love the character Jamie Fraser, you should thank Caitriona, because Claire is Jamie's other half. And I love the way she plays that character." During their nearly 10-year journey together, Sam and Caitriona have never once hurt each other in public. No back and forth, no denial, no over-affirmation. Everything has always stopped at just enough, making fans live in a vague space between reality and fantasy, between acting and life. And perhaps, that is what creates the miracle between them. A type of connection that goes beyond the usual showbiz motif, where two people do not need to be lovers to be remembered as a legendary couple. In conclusion, are Sam Heughan and Caitriona Balfe really dating? The answer, according to everything that has happened, is no, at least for now. But they have, and still are, sharing an extraordinary relationship, where trust, respect and understanding go beyond all rumors. Love comes in many forms. And sometimes, the deepest feelings are the ones that don't need to be named. Sam and Caitriona may not be a real-life couple, but in the hearts of millions of fans, they will forever be the embodiment of a relationship that is more beautiful than love.